ball is at their toe. 90 minutes. If they can beat this man and win the match, the Republic of Ireland will be in the United States next summer. Tommy Wright of Nottingham Forest, Paddy Bonner of Glasgow Celtic, the two custodians. The game is on, and the Republic attack the railway end at Windsor Park. Eddie McGoldrick's first touch sends the ball out of play. Gary Fleming, the Barnsley right back, flicked on by Quinn, a missed kick by McGrath, and Philip Gray. And the first opportunity falls to the Northern Ireland attack in the person of Michael Hughes of Strasbourg. Ballymena boy, just like Nigel Worthington, the Northern Ireland left back. Well, this is partisan support, I think you'll agree. The first threat on Paddy Bonner's goal, not really amounting to much. Met by the head of Donaghy, Jimmy Quinn, Philip Gray, and that was Phelan thumping it forward. And once again, Gary Fleming called to the colours to take the throw. Kernahan's header. Certainly no inhibitions about the Northern team. The suggestion was that Billy Bingham might play it tight in the opening phase to try and soak up the initial pressure. But that certainly isn't how it's begun. They've begun with a will, the Northern Ireland team. And it's interesting that this is just the first occasion that the Republic will have to send the ball in the direction of Tommy Wright's goal. Phelan's free kick. Quinn trying to get on the end of it. Irwin with a shot into the crowd. Well, they cheer him to the rafters in his Manchester United colours in this city. There are plenty of United fans here, but on this night he's one of the opposition. Well, things not looking the brightest in the Arms Park. The most effective of clearances by Paddy Bonner, but I suppose the circumstances, he solved the problem by averting the danger. He's given Northern Ireland a throw. Nigel Worthington of Sheffield Wednesday. Michael Hughes. With him is Houghton. The ball is out. And the first corner of the match has been awarded to the home team. Blustery wind, as you've heard, around Windsor Park. First opportunity to see quite what it's likely to do to the ball in flight. And the danger cleared by Paul McGrath. It's Worthington, but McGoldrick trying to get after him. Worthington falling over, and that's deemed to be a foul by the Turkish referee. Worthington none the worse for the challenge. Jim Magilton to take the free kick. Kernahan got the head to it. McGrath to help it away. And now Ray Houghton. It's Donaghy. Back again by Townsend. On by Aldridge. Was that a handball? The game goes on. But the goal kick is what results. Niall Quinn dissatisfied. They make the point about the Republic team being aged. Well, Mal Donaghy is certainly not in the first flush of youth. Chelsea defender now 36 years of age. Caught a bit there. It was Irwin, then Townsend, then Roy Keane. Dug that out well. Now it's Phelan. Seeking Quinn against McDonald. Here's McGoldrick, and he's fouled. Gary Fleming took him down. A lot of speculation about how effective a Turkish referee would be. I know Jack Charlton would have preferred someone from slightly closer to home. indeed wondered why an Englishman or a Scot couldn't have been assigned this fixture, given that it's between two Irish teams, but it's a man from the Med in charge. This time he's given the free kick to the Republic. Here's McGoldrick. And that was meant to be a backward flick by Townsend, which didn't quite come off. Torrid opening for Mal Donaghy, the central defender. This Tommy Wright. The distinctive Belfast twang of a Windsor Park chant in favour of Northern Ireland. Jimmy Quinn, on by Hughes. Quinn again. Well, when you've hit the net 21 times this season for your club, you'll try anything. Hasn't scored in his last two outings for Reading, but that's the shot of a player in form, a player in goal-scoring form, a player who believes that it's worth the pot. Everybody compressed into the middle third of the field. Quinn giving away the free kick on Jerry Taggart. Taggart's an interesting case. He's currently serving a 9-match suspension at Barnsley. He hasn't played competitively since October the 9th, 5.5 weeks ago. Gray trying to get on the end of that. McGrath stopped him. Kernahan hasn't cleared it effectively. Laid back for Donaghy. And Irwin will let that pass out of the danger zone before clearing it. Northern Ireland ball. It's good defending by Dennis Irwin, not rushed into anything, and he took the ball right out of the pressure area. Quinn. That's Jimmy. And now Worthington Nigel. And Bonner determined to make the catch for the sake of his confidence. Well, they're back on the rails, England, after that shock beginning. But no goals in the first 7 minutes at Windsor Park. Quinn against Taggart. And the clearance on that occasion by Gary Fleming. Taggart's teammate at Barnsley. Of course, Jerry Taggart did play in the game against Denmark, which was the day the Republic were losing to Spain, but he's been out of English League action for those 5.5 weeks. An area to be worked upon, perhaps. Here's Houghton. There'll be no foul for that. That's out off Irwin. Quinn. Taggart's clearance. Back again by McGrath. Throw to Northern Ireland. Concentration etched on that famous face. Philip Gray. Quinn. And now Magilton. MacDonald. Here's Kernahan. Boos for him as a former Northern Ireland schoolboy international who subsequently declared for the Republic. Spent his childhood in Bangor in County Down, Big Alan. This is the 9th time he's worn the Republic of Ireland shirt. Marking Philip Gray. Cleared by McGoldrick. Back again by Taggart. Now here's McGoldrick once again. Fleming slid in. MacDonald. Gray. Kernahan stuck to his task. Played into the corner, seeking Hughes. Throw to the Republic. Quinn, very deep. Aldridge. Forward by Keane. No one in that area. Townsend had made the run. Worthington tidies up. Tommy Wright sending it long and deep and onto the forehead of Kernahan. Under instructions, Irwin clears it. Magilton. Worthington. And Magilton. Dangerous looking ball, but Bonner made it his and swiftly releases McGoldrick. Hounded back by Kevin Wilson and eventually challenged by Fleming. The throw is to the Republic of Ireland. Well, in fact, the ball made its progress out of the playing area behind the corner flag, so the first corner for the Republic, second in the match. Hit hard by McGoldrick. McGrath's in there. Tommy Wright stops it, but it was pushing. It's a free kick. Paul McGrath, scorer of 7 international goals, most recent of those in Latvia. It's the scoreline after 11 minutes of the first half at Windsor Park. Quinn, Donaghy, Magilton. Now it's Worthington. Phelan. McGoldrick stood his ground. And the pass from Fleming was hit too firmly. Niall Quinn. McDonald fouled John Aldridge. Just caught him in the back, nothing serious. Player who's had a difficult season with injury, John Aldridge. Obviously, when he goes down like that, it's a cause for concern, but shrug it off. And here's the free kick. Irwin. Headed away by Taggart. Up went Kernahan on Jimmy Quinn. Now it's Kevin Wilson. And Phelan pulls him down. And that's going to be a card for Terry Phelan. The challenge on Kevin Wilson. Here it is again. Clumsy effort to impede his progress, earning the first yellow card for the Manchester City left back. And there is Northern Ireland's free kick. Jimmy Quinn for Nigel Worthington. Helped away by Townsend. Taggart's the last man back, putting pressure on Tommy Wright here. Defender feeling the keeper might have done more. No more fierce competitor than Jerry Taggart in the Northern Ireland team. Aldridge, here's Houghton. He didn't quite get hold of the shot. Hit the target all right. Well, they regroup once again in the middle third of the pitch. Wright finding only Houghton. And a foul on Townsend by Mal Donaghy, free kick. Sits Kernahan. McDonald getting the better of Niall Quinn. Phelan misjudging it. Jimmy Quinn, Kevin Wilson again. Kernahan against Gray, throw to Northern Ireland. The view from behind Paddy Bonner's goal. Fleming takes the throw. Donaghy. Wilson. Fleming. Bonner comes off his line to prevent the corner. Offside against John Aldridge. But when things are compressed like that, it's difficult to stay onside. Didn't quite agree with the verdict of the Turkish linesman. And here he is on the ball again. Houghton, a good run here. Keane, feet taken from under him by Nigel Worthington, and that was a card for the Sheffield Wednesday defender. And rightly so. It was a great run by Roy Keane. Splendid and beautifully picked out by Houghton. And here's Worthington coming from the blind side, taking the feet from under him and getting the card for the foul on Keane. So Roy Keane is inside the penalty area as Dennis Irwin prepares to take the kick. Kernahan was up, Wright makes the save. Relishing that moment when he got his first international goal, Alan Kernahan, against Lithuania. Minded another, but in the end it was no trouble to Tommy Wright. Meanwhile, Fleming. Kevin Wilson, away by Kernahan. Niall Quinn, Ray Houghton. Keane, Phelan rather. Bonner's clearance goes out of play. Philip Gray. Offside, flag goes up. So it cuts both ways. Well, certainly plenty of tension the opening phase of this match, but a beginning by the Republic that is not any particular cause for concern. Sticking to their guns, playing the game as they know best, and keeping Northern Ireland at bay, restricted to that one effort by Jimmy Quinn that sailed wide. Push on Aldridge, another free kick. Alan MacDonald cannot believe it. So once again they'll string out along the 18-yard line. Kernahan's up there. Aldridge and Niall Quinn. Paul McGrath too. The free kick aimed at McGrath. Then it's McGoldrick, and Wright can claim it. Well, that's not maybe what the doctor ordered from Seville, but a long way to go. Jimmy Quinn's flick on, Kernahan's clearance. Maldonaghy. In went Keane, up goes Townsend. Townsend again, holding off Hughes. This time the challenge by Roy Keane on Maldonaghy, deemed to be over-vigorous. And a free kick for Northern Ireland. Roll for Jimmy Quinn, and deflected off the wall for another corner. Concentrates. Hughes and Magilton together. Magilton's cross, McDonald up, and Bonner made a good save, and Phelan clears it. Now that was a most important save by Packy Bonner. Alan McDonald climbing to plant it in the back of that net, and Bonner's outstretched arm flicking it off his head. A really important save that by Packy Bonner. The danger not cleared yet, and Quinn got there behind McGrath. but it's a goal kick. Well, he looks the centre forward, doesn't he? This was the cross. McGrath, to be fair, it was deflected up above him. Quinn put it over the top. But the crucial aspect of that passage of play, the save by Packy Bonner off the head of Alan MacDonald. Well, the Windsor Park press box filled to capacity. So full is it indeed that some of the doyens of Fleet Street are seated in the grandstand among the fans. That's the kind of interest there is in this friendly neighbourhood rivalry. Now Quinn winning. On by Worthington. Up again goes Kernahan. Firm, decisive header. Similar by Taggart. Then Townsend. On by Michael Hughes. Now it's Irwin. All squashed into the middle of the pitch. Kernahan again winning. Jimmy Quinn. And you see the pull over Townsend. And indeed, I think the referee, to be fair, is settling to his task. He's booked a player aside. He's been on top of the more robust challenges, and he's given free kicks where they've been merited. Once again, a free kick. Led by Fleming. Townsend. Oh, now Quinn in behind Gary Fleming. McDonald's gone with him. Quinn through the legs of McDonald, seeking Phelan, back covering Kevin Wilson. Played up for Jimmy Quinn. Donaghy bravely in. Gray, Quinn, challenged by Keane, then it's Donaghy. Quinn again, Kevin Wilson, Donaghy and Fleming. But straight to McGoldrick. Townsend, clattered from behind by Donaghy. That is the kind of challenge that they want to do away with, FIFA. Aiming at the back of the player's legs. I think that might have been cardable too. Kernahan, one of the bête noire for the home crowd tonight, takes the free kick. Here comes Phelan against Fleming. And Fleming has put it out. And a throw to the Republic of Ireland. Midway through the first half at Windsor Park. No goals as yet. McGoldrick to take the throw. Aimed at Niall Quinn. MacDonald got there first. Out it's gone, and that is a corner to the Republic of Ireland. Tommy Wright there to organise those in front of him. McGoldrick's corner. Wright comes and claims. And again, a Bonner-esque clearance. And it ends up with the Glasgow Celtic goalkeeper. Well, the chance developed on the edge of the area. Aldrich felt he was tripped, but the referee said no. Kernahan in ahead of Philip Gray. The throw is to the Irishman of the southern variety. Offside flag has been raised to the near side. There first, out against Worthington, then on by Donaghy. Here's Irwin, but whistle is sounded for an offside. once again. Paddy Bonner roundly booed, though I suppose it's fair to say that Glasgow Celtic's goalkeeper wouldn't be the most popular player at this particular football ground. Off the head of McDonald. Here's Fleming. Keane. No offside this time. Aldridge against McDonald. Northern Ireland defender winning. McGrath forward. No offside here. John Aldridge wouldn't come down for him. McDonald tidies right, slices the clearance. Corner. Well, I think perhaps the long layoff, John Aldridge, maybe showing there. He was pushed off it, it seemed, by McDonald, but that kind of challenge rarely produces the spot kick. But here's the corner that it has produced. McGoldrick and Wright able to take it. But on that point about Aldridge, saying before the game, just a match and a half he's played in 7.5 weeks. And in he's come to play against Northern Ireland in a crucial World Cup tie. Perhaps not as full of match fitness as he might be. He missed 8 matches for Tranmere Rovers, returning last Saturday and scoring in the 4-1 defeat of Philip Gray's Sunderland. Bonner with the free kick. Up goes Quinn, cleared by Worthington. Here's Phelan. Townsend, Kernahan, Fleming's header, Worthington's missed kick, and Taggart's clearance. And it's McGrath against Jimmy Quinn. Well, Paul McGrath can still defend, can't he? Roars of anticipation as Quinn set off and chase. But Paul McGrath, wily old head, shepherding it to safety. And now making sure that Paddy Bonner understands just what's about to take place here. Well, that wasn't what was intended from the corner. Northern Ireland claimed the throw. Back to Fleming it goes. That was Irwin, somewhat out of position. And then Jerry Taggart colliding with Niall Quinn with malicious intent in the eye of the referee. Free kick to the Republic. Aldridge on, Quinn against McDonald. And that has found its way to Phelan, but Quinn's down injured. McDonald's challenge. Play goes on. Phelan, McGoldrick, still down. That's looking for Houghton. And Wright clutches it under his crossbar. McGoldrick lofting it, Houghton it was at the back post, and the save was made by Tommy Wright. Just as it is there, so it is here. And they're a minute or so ahead of us in stereo vision. One of the delights of Windsor Park as a football ground is the fact that it's right next door to a major bakery. So there are wonderful baking smells wafting through the air. But, nothing will be further from Niall Quinn's mind as he caught Taggart it was who inflicted the pain at the finish, although McDonald had been tussling with him moments before. Jack Shark's target man is fine. Fine enough to continue. And Wales have got one back against Romania. That is good news for followers of football in this part of Europe. win against McGrath. Here's Keane. Half an hour gone here. Windsor Park, Northern Ireland 0, Republic of Ireland 0. Taggart, the winner. Onto this comes McGoldrick. Then Irwin. Worthington's head. McGrath. McDonald claiming an offside that never was. Phelan against Kevin Wilson. It's Fleming. Kernahan. Hoofed away by Donaghy. McGrath with Gray closing. Always in command. Had a good game, Paul McGrath. The Republic's defence has looked pretty solid. Keane. Northern Ireland's defensive strategy involves pushing as far forward as possible, keeping the ball away from the danger zone in front of Tommy Wright. Phelan, a miss kick. Kevin Wilson. Then it's Jimmy Quinn. And straight into the safe clutch of Packy Bonner. Got round Phelan, and he knows how to hit the target, that is for certain, but Bonner well able to deal with that. Worthington. Paul McGrath rock steady. Phelan. Again, the flag stays down. It's Quinn on towards Aldridge against Taggart. Taggart just got a touch there, which was enough to take it out of the way of John Aldridge. Deemed not to have been a back pass as such, as Wright was able to clutch it. Too many smiles, maybe a prayer from Mick Byrne. The scoreline from Seville is not the one that would encourage Irish fans were this state of affairs to continue. But of course, a Republic of Ireland victory means that what happens in Seville is irrelevant. It's some way from being achieved. 33 minutes of the first half gone, no goals. Donaghy out to win it back. McGrath and Irwin. Worthington got there first, then it's Dennis Irwin. Aldridge to chase. Put out by Jerry Taggart. Certainly no repetition of what happened at Lansdowne Road here. Last March, it was all one-way traffic in the first half hour, much more evenly balanced. Houghton winning that back. Donaghy. With Magilton, but now it's with Keane. McGrath. McDonald's head, Wilson away. Phelan again. Dispossessed by Jimmy Quinn. Kevin Wilson. Gray, meant for Quinn. Wilson. Gray continues the run, and he's round McGrath this time, but they've nobody in the middle, Northern Ireland. Has to get the support from Wilson, and the challenge from Eddie McGoldrick brings about the corner, Northern Ireland's fourth. Yes, it was all very well Gray getting past McGrath in the left-back position, but there was absolutely nobody there to whom he could cross. But they now have this corner. Not particularly well delivered. But now Magilton ends up among the policemen on the Kop. Michael Hughes, McGoldrick's attempted clearance going straight to Magilton, but he didn't get the knee over that, did he? Chilly night for Billy, but very much an emotional night for him. Well, England continue on their merry way, but will it be enough? Quinn, McGoldrick in chase, and right to the edge of the area. Well, his foot may have stepped outside the bounds, but this is not rugby, so it's not a question of handling outside your area if your foot leaves the area. Eddie McGoldrick. Wales now looking better. Is there a goal in the offing here? The bright lights beam down on the home of Northern Irish football. 9 minutes from half-time at Windsor Park. Northern Ireland 0, Republic of Ireland 0. Phelan's clearance, Northern Irish throw. Well, what a goal would do to settle the nerves before half-time. There always seems plenty to go if you're in front when the half-time whistle comes, but go into the second 45 needing the goal, it's a slightly different story. Here's Dennis Irwin. McGoldrick having to scamper after this. Northern Ireland regroup. Cross easily dispatched by Donaghy. Back again by Kernahan. Fleming, then it's Phelan. McGoldrick has it again. Phelan. Andy Townsend. Holdridge holding his head. Townsend delivers across into the area. And now it's with Michael Hughes, of whom precious little has been seen. He can dribble all he likes in there. Quinn. Donaghy. Fleming. Kevin Wilson. Fleming. Kernahan in command, but opting for the safety of the throw-in as opposed to the more risky option of the back pass. Five minutes to go to half-time in Seville. Not music to Republic of Ireland ears. Because it's exactly the same here, 2 minutes earlier in the game. Won by MacDonald. There's MacDonald again. Now Gray. Hughes. Worthington. All right, shapes up to clear it. Seeks Philip Gray, finds McGrath instead. Then it's Kernahan. McGrath. The foot was high. Gray was coming in blindside, which is what he's appealing about. The referee saw it as a high challenge. Kernahan's header. Now McGrath, I suppose, could be deemed to have known that Gray would have been there. It's Northern Ireland's free kick. And it's Jim Magilton. Kevin Wilson in there. Taggart crowded out of it. And now it's Phelan. And Jerry Taggart making lumbering progress back. There's no offside been given. Aldridge up. Right heads it away. In comes Townsend. That was Taggart. It was very slow about getting back to his centre half position. Now it's Townsend again. Dennis Irwin for Houghton. Worthington with him. Challenged by Worthington. And that's a Republic of Ireland throw. Well, they got it away somehow. It's now Philip Gray. And Northern Ireland claimed the throw. From behind Tommy Wright's goal. That's what it looked like. 5 minutes to half-time. And England doing what they have to do after that early reverse. Republic of Ireland still some way from threatening Tommy Wright's goal. They've had the better of the possession and the territorial advantage, but they have yet to test the quality of the Northern Ireland goalkeeper. And that statistic in itself is scant reason for reassurance. The high ball tactic to Niall Quinn being dealt with effectively by Alan MacDonald, and to a lesser extent Jerry Taggart. It's off the head of Donaghy. Taggart clears. Kernahan. And that's out. Well, McGrath, meanwhile, has been getting the better of Jimmy Quinn in the air. When the ball comes back, they can have the throw. It's disappeared into the moat in front of the new stand. Well, it was a new stand once upon a time. It's still, to old Windsor Park timers, a new stand on the north side of the ground, but now they have the ball back. The game can resume. Phelan's throw, Quinn. Well, he did take that knock, but he is lacklustre in this first half now, Quinn. The Northern defence has been stout and uncompromising. That's Magilton and Donaghy. No handball. Donaghy again, dispossessed by Townsend. It's now McGoldrick. The two front runners are off, supported by Keane. McGoldrick goes down, the advantage is played, it's Roy Keane. Into it comes Houghton. Quinn, oh, if he hadn't touched it, it might well have been John Aldridge's, but it didn't matter because the offside flag had been raised. A wry look on the face of Niall Quinn says it all. Houghton's cross might well have reached Aldridge, but the flag was up against John Aldridge for offside. And the game resumes with a free kick, and there are 2 minutes to half-time. Kevin Wilson. Timely challenge by Townsend. Then it's Quinn. Dug it out well. Irwin to tidy things up. Keane ahead of him. Houghton makes a good little run. Trying to turn it into the danger zone, but Taggart's in the way. Taggart's clearance straight to Irwin. That was Magilton. Irwin again. And it's Townsend looking for Houghton. Townsend once more, running with determination, losing out to Hughes, but still battles on. Aldridge. Houghton helps it on. Now it's with Eddie McGoldrick. Up goes Keane. Slice clearance by Taggart, and Wright is there to take it. Lack of competitive action maybe showing in Jerry Taggart's play in the last 10 minutes or so. Was Kernahan's stop, and then the clearance was from McGrath. Fleming. Kernahan winning again. Magilton. MacDonald and Donaghy. Gray. Kevin Wilson. And Hughes. Well, he saw Packy Bonner was off his line, and he felt that it was worth an effort. Gray setting it up. And the first time effort by Hughes Just whistling past that upright. It had Packy worried. And brings a cheer from the majority of the fans here, the home fans, as the game moves into stoppage time at the end of the first half. MacDonald got the better of Quinn, and then it's Fleming. And as the half moves into stoppage time, it's probably worth remarking as the breeze has stiffened somewhat. It's blowing in the favour of Northern Ireland in the first half. They often say it can be more difficult to play with it than against it. Well, they'll have it in their backs in the second half, the Republic of Ireland. But at Windsor Park, chances at a premium, none converted. And that's the way it is in Seville too. So two scorelines that we would not be happy with at the end of the night. But here in Windsor Park, it's Northern Ireland 0, Republic of Ireland 0, and in Seville, Spain 0, Denmark 0. 45 minutes to go. The Turkish referee counts that it's 11 against 11 for the second half. Neither side has adjusted its personnel. That breeze has stiffened. It's blowing from the east. It's a cold night in Windsor Park as the second half begins. Keane, with Worthington in ahead of him. Clearance by Taggart. And that's gone out for the throw to the Republic of Ireland. Taken by Dennis Irwin. Here's Houghton. And Irwin once more. The cross just too long on that breeze. And out it goes for the first goal kick of the half. Fruitless first half for Niall Quinn. Fruitless first half for all strikers. The precious few chances in what was a first half that really rose above the scrappy. McGrath. And that was a foul on Philip Gray, said McGrath. It seemed that the Belfast man made a back for him. Philip Gray is the most expensive domestically produced footballer, moving from Luton Town, that's for Northern Ireland of course, moving from Luton Town to Sunderland for over £800,000. How times have changed. McGrath clearing, Fleming. Keane to intercept, the ball still in play. It's out now, off Fleming. McGoldrick's throw, Aldridge. Slid inside for Keane, who seems to want it more this second half. One for Houghton to run onto. And now Quinn tried to place it over Tommy Wright, but placing it just too high. But that was better, and significantly, Roy Keane was much more involved in that. Quinn sensibly trying to place it over the goalkeeper, trying to make him pay for straying off his line as he had to, but putting it too high. Irwin away, and away to safety. Well, that is how it finished. I can assure you of that. So Wales go out, England go out, the Republic of Ireland still alive. Jimmy Quinn making it easy for Kernahan. But he not making it easy for Quinn. And a throw to Northern Ireland. Quinn. And it's Fleming. It's broken for Donaghy. Worthington. That's touched Michael Hughes. Kevin Wilson in the way. Jimmy Quinn getting the better of Kernahan, but there's a clash of heads there. They're both feeling the worst for it. And Niall Quinn against Alan MacDonald, and MacDonald fouls him. The whistle signs for a free kick to the Republic of Ireland, but Alan Kernahan and Jimmy Quinn both feeling the worse for that collision in mid-air. And both team attendants are on the pitch. This was the challenge again. Both players with eyes only for the ball. Bang, down they go. John McVeigh is on to assist Jimmy Quinn. Mick Byrne has done his best for Alan Kernahan. Offered him a quick shampoo into the bargain, it would appear. And just a bang. Quinn, Jimmy is none the worse either. But here's a good position for the Republic of Ireland team. That free kick won by Niall Quinn. And now there are 11 Northern Ireland players between ball and goal. Dennis Irwin, who can fairly plant them from this kind of range if he can spin it around the end of the wall. Houghton is there too. Irwin's only goal for the Republic of Ireland came from just such a situation. But not on this occasion. But it'll have to be taken again because the wall moved. And a yellow card to Kevin Wilson for so doing. Second booking for a Northern Ireland player. Irwin once again. And we know what he's capable of. Can he deliver? Houghton! And Wright makes the save. The first real save a goalkeeper's had to make in front of his own goal in this match. Ray Houghton hit the target, but Tommy Wright made the save. Irwin attempting to drill it through the wall. When it rebounded to Houghton, he caught it right. But Wright was the operative word. Tommy, the goalkeeper, making the save. Best chance of the match so far. Ray Houghton's 51 minutes gone. Stays 0-0. Kevin Wilson. Flicked on then by Jimmy Quinn. McGrath in the way, it's Quinn again. Trying to find Fleming, finds only Houghton. But he's given it away to Magilton. Kevin Wilson, Magilton wants a handball, notices the Turkish referee, and now it's Roy Keane, and it's 3-on-3. And McGoldrick's out wide on the right. And that's the option he's taken. McGoldrick against Worthington, and he's won the corner. Well, this better from the Republic of Ireland at the start of the second half. It was 3-on-3 with McGoldrick spare on the right, but Keane's option to take the right led only to this corner, but that itself might lead to something. Here's Eddie McGoldrick. McGrath going up. Aldridge back for Keane, and Wright touched it, taking no chances. Another corner. A much better start to the second half. Much better attitude, and Tommy Wright taking no chances, putting it behind. Eddie McGoldrick and Ray Houghton having switched wings at the start of this second half. And a second corner of the half taken by Irwin and put out by MacDonald, but there was pushing. It's a free kick. Free kick to Northern Ireland. Now Tommy Wright's goal survives intact. Survives the scare at the start of the second half. Flicked on towards Jimmy Quinn and knocked away by Paul McGrath. It's Jerry Taggart. On straight to Irwin. Now McGoldrick in the more accustomed right side of midfield role. Miss kick by Taggart. It's Quinn against McDonald, and Quinn pushing Alan McDonald out of the way. The Northern Ireland skipper none too impressed. He'll die with his boots on, that's for sure. The chill showing in the exertions of those on the touchline. Not a night to be standing around. Coming up to 10 minutes of the second half gone. Philip Gray, Jim Magilton. Too close to Bonner. And the breeze is behind him. That was Taggart, and it's a throw to the Republic. McDonald in ahead of Quinn, but it's back with Irwin again. Now McGoldrick. And McGoldrick goes down, and the referee says goal kick. Yes. Whether you're Job's comforter or whether you're not, it's not the combination of score lines that means anything other than elimination. Irwin. Taggart and Aldridge. It's Taggart, it's Worthington, and that's a throw. Irwin for McGoldrick. Irwin again. Seeking Quinn. McDonald there first. It's gone straight to Keane. And Keane finds McGoldrick in some space. Back for Irwin. Off the head of Taggart. And off the head of Wilson for another corner. Well, the corner count of 3-0 in the Republic's favour at the start of this second half tells a story of where the ball has been territorially. Certainly they've begun in an upbeat fashion, but they really need some return. Corner from McGoldrick, headed away by Magilton. Hughes, then Kevin Wilson. And Dennis Irwin will send it back for Bonner to thump it upfield once again. Quinn and McDonald once more, and this time McDonald is penalised. And about time too, you might say. But another crucial free kick in another imposing position. Question is, can Dennis Irwin impose himself on this? Or will it be another? Well, we've Aldridge and we've Keane and we've Irwin and we've Townsend. And it's rolled for Andy Townsend to crack it. It's rebounded painfully from Mal Donaghy. Return towards Quinn, and now Houghton again. Well, he's certainly not shot shy, Ray Houghton, but the shots aren't going quite where he intends them to go. Sent back again by Alan Kernahan. Laid back by Quinn, and Houghton firing in the shot. Certainly a much better second half than first half performance, but still nothing to show for it. And 13 minutes are on the clock. Fair credit to the Windsor Park crowd. They've never ceased in their barrage of noise in favour of their own team. Team that's been struggling to impose itself on the game in this second period. Worthington to take the throw. Laid back by Quinn. Kevin Wilson. And now McDonald. Rebounded from Kernahan, then rebounded from Townsend, and the danger is gone. And now it's Houghton to lead the counter-attack. Keane wants it up the line, and that's for him. 2 in the middle. Keane's cross produces the corner off Magilton. Well, Kernahan got his body in the way of that. It was certainly heading for the target. Whether Bonner would have saved it's another matter. Worthington's throw. The sequence of events laid back by Quinn. Fabulous effort by Wilson. I'd say, though, Bonner might well have been in the right place to stop it, but nevertheless, Kernahan got the body in the way. That was enough. And now it's Dennis Irwin to take this corner. Townsend couldn't get wound up on it, and eventually cleared by Michael Hughes. Well, turning defence into attack in one straightforward measure, but still they seek that breakthrough goal. Ray Houghton for John Aldridge. It's found Quinn. Quinn trying to burrow a way through, but that's come out to Irwin. And that was rather frantic. Indicative of the tension that these players must be feeling. Irwin snatched at the shot and drilled it far too high. Sliced it completely. He's not happy. Quarter of an hour of the second half gone. The fingernails are under threat. Kernahan with a good challenge. He's having a much better match, this one, Alan Kernahan. Well, that was Philip Gray, and there was nobody there, and the Northern Ireland game is beginning to fall apart a bit. This stage of the proceedings, any kind of crumb of comfort will do. I don't think there's too much doubt that the Republic are shading it on points, but points don't decide football matches. In this ring, we need a knockout blow. Irwin for Quinn. It's come towards Houghton, and Wright able to save. Well, they went out at the start of the second half with a will, certainly the will to score. It hasn't happened, and they, whether they know that or not, are certainly beginning to feel the tension. Half an hour to go, and it's still 0-0. But they got another free kick. I think in fairness to the referee, he's been on top of it. So everybody pushes up again. Bonner seeks Quinn. Wrestled by Taggart. Onto this goes Townsend. It's rebounded from Magilton and out for a throw. Dennis Irwin. Andy Townsend. Quinn couldn't quite get there. Now it's Phelan. Recall him touching the ball in the second half so far. Alan Kernahan. They want it high. That's where he's put it. Up goes Aldridge. It's headed out by MacDonald. In comes Townsend. Offside against Quinn. We're not seeing it on the television screen, but I can tell you that there is a degree of edginess in evidence down in the area of that Irish bench, the Republic of Ireland bench, that tells the whole story. It's aimed at Quinn, won by McGrath. And it's Keane. Here's MacDonald. Philip Gray. It's McGrath once again. Played forward towards John Aldridge, put out of play by Jerry Taggart. Throw quickly taken. Keane, again, another Republic of Ireland throw. Still a match of bits and pieces. Better second half than first for the Republic of Ireland, but no goal to show for it yet. And on the night, that might not matter because Spain have taken the lead in Seville. So suddenly the tension eases, but not much. They really do need to keep the ball at the other end of Windsor Park. Just to remind you, a decisive result in Seville for one team or the other means that the Republic of Ireland need only a point here. But they haven't even got that yet. Phelan clears. Now it's Quinn. Ray Houghton. Aldridge got the flick on. Quinn trying to get in ahead of Worthington. And Wright taking no chances, clearing it. Well, there's a figure making his way up the touchline, again out of picture. It's Tony Butler, the FAI's commercial manager, who has just imparted the information that Spain have taken the lead to the Irish bench. There is now a fair old conference going on down there. Everybody wants to know what Donny has had to say. Well, he said what you've heard and seen. It's Spain 1, Denmark 0. Scorer, Hierro, that magnificent midfield player from Real Madrid. That's a foul by Quinn on McDonald. The free kick was wasted. It's now Houghton for Phelan. Republic of Ireland throw. Hasn't made things any less tense here. It really would do whether to get their own goal. It's Keane. That wasn't too far away. Well, now they can look at their watches and wish this game were over. 25 minutes to go. Still scoreless at Windsor Park, but 1-0 to Spain in Seville. Quinn for McGoldrick. Running Worthington. Eddie McGoldrick still, challenged by Taggart. Now it's Roy Keane. Irwin and Houghton, too close to Tommy Wright. 6 years ago in Bulgaria, it was a Scot by the name of Gary Mackay. I wonder if Mackay should be read Hierro. We have a bit more nervous jittering to go through before anything is decided. But at this moment, Spain have put themselves in the driving seat in Seville, and the Republic of Ireland are doing nicely, thank you. But wouldn't we all be more relieved were they to get a goal? A goal, it must be said, that their performance so far in the second half would have merited. That's Kernahan. A push on John Aldridge by Gary Fleming. Barnsley plays Tranmere. And we have a free kick. Alan McLaughlin readying himself to go into action. And that's another foul, this time by Donaghy on Andy Townsend. Midway through the second half at Windsor Park. It's Northern Ireland 0, Republic of Ireland 0. And the Republic of Ireland in the white and green, as opposed to the green and white. With Townsend to take the free kick. Well, it wasn't really going anywhere when McGoldrick stuck out the leg. Yes, 0-0. Tommy Wright with a goal kick. McGrath sending it back. It's McDonald. Once more it's McGrath. Irwin tidying. In went Kevin Wilson. This time it's Kernahan. And another foul by a Northern Ireland player. 6 on 6. Donaghy on Keane. Kernahan. And it's Quinn. That's gone to Worthington. McGoldrick trying to win it back. And it's Jimmy Quinn for Worthington. Irwin cuts it out. Seeking Aldridge. On for McGoldrick. Nice build-up. But then the green shirts funnel back, and now it's Phelan brought into play. Facing Kevin Wilson, support from Roy Keane. Slid inside for Houghton. Back again towards Keane, cut out by Wilson. Phelan once again. Looking for Aldridge, won by MacDonald, then headed away by Fleming. Keane. Holding off Jim Magilton. Houghton. Phelan goes outside, it's Houghton hoisting it towards Quinn. McGoldrick was the man who eventually got there, but it's a goal kick. And 25 minutes of the second half have elapsed. And another attack comes to nothing. And Alan McLaughlin is about to join the action. And the man they're taking off, Ray Houghton. Houghton, who's lost his regular place in the Aston Villa lineup, leaves the fray. And after 70 minutes, Alan McLaughlin comes on. Substitute on Jack Charlton's team. McLaughlin, who has by no means been a regular in the lineup. That's cleared away by McGrath from Quinn. McLaughlin will slot more comfortably into a midfield role, given that Roy Keane has been operating more towards the left in this second half. And they need a new ball. And for McLaughlin, it's a 15th international appearance at the age of 26. And on the Northern Ireland side, their substitute is Ian Dowie, but he won't be in just yet. Michael Hughes. It's out. Goal kick. And now that substitution can be made. And they're calling in Philip Gray. Well, Gray's out of form at Sunderland and he's been dropped, and he certainly looked as if he was. So Dowie goes in, 72 minutes gone, to win his 21st cap. Southampton man scored just a single goal at that troubled club this season. Dowie on and Gray off. And 17 minutes to go, and no goals as yet. Straightforward swap on their side. Dowie and Quinn in partnership. And here's his first touch. Kevin Wilson. Quinn. Oh, it's there! Jimmy Quinn has done it! And English football's top scorer could well have volleyed the Republic of Ireland out of the World Cup. Billy Bingham's substitution proves the masterstroke. Ian Dowie sets it up. Jimmy Quinn finishes it off. Fabulous shot. No chance for Bonner. And 17 minutes to go. Jimmy Quinn makes it 1-0 to Northern Ireland. Against the run of play, it has to be said. But for the man who might well have put the Republic into the finals had his goal in Copenhagen stood, may now have cost them all a packet. And that team selection against Spain, which handed them the initiative 5 weeks ago, could well be coming home to roost. Now it really is a case of chase and chase and chase. Quinn on for Aldridge. Here's the moment again. It was Dowie's persistence that gave Kevin Wilson the opportunity to set that up. But what a finish. What a fabulous finish. Jimmy Quinn, 34 years of age tomorrow. That's a birthday present and a half. And I think we heard that chant at Lansdowne from a different set of supporters. Kevin Wilson happy to send it anywhere. Yes, the third visit to Belfast for a Republic of Ireland team. They've yet to score. My, how they need to now. Spain offered the favour. Jimmy Quinn has taken it back. Up goes Aldridge. It's headed away by Fleming. It's the Republic of Ireland's fifth corner of the second half. Northern Ireland haven't had a single one. But Northern Ireland have something much more precious, and that's a goal. McGoldrick takes the corner. Taggart clears it. Keane claims the throw. Townsend, Keane. Townsend again. Aldridge on towards Quinn. Back to nobody. Cleared by Jimmy Quinn. And the last throw of the dice is about to be made. Late in the day, Tony Cascarino is going to join the action. Here's Aldridge. McGoldrick goes in chase. Worthington shoulders him out of the way unfairly. Free kick to the Republic of Ireland. Here's Dennis Irwood to take it. It's come straight out to McLaughlin! It's there! Alan McLaughlin has done it! He could not believe it. He looked for the linesman's flag, but Windsor Park is stunned into silence. Alan McLaughlin has struck gold for Ireland. His very first goal for the Republic of Ireland. Headed out by Taggart. He seized the responsibility, and the man from Portsmouth proves himself another masterstroke as a substitution. Taggart's clearance, but this is a classy finish, an unbelievable finish. The man who first came to prominence during the World Cup in Italy may well have secured the Republic's passage to the next one. Splendid strike, no chance right. 77 minutes gone, and it's one apiece, and we're back in business. If he never scores another goal in an Irish shirt, Alan McLaughlin will be a hero for the rest of his life. He's thrown the lifeline. Now what they have to do is hold on to it. 12 minutes to go. Windsor Park stunned into silence. And that historic first Republic of Ireland goal at Windsor Park silenced one of the noisiest crowds of 10,000 who can scarcely believe it, that their team has capitulated, that they've let in the goal that has let the Republic back into the hunt. But here's Michael Hughes. Kevin Wilson rose. It's taken off Jimmy Quinn's toe. And who is it? It's Roy Keane. Phelan goes outside. Keane rounding Donaghy. Now it's Phelan, back again for Keane. But the deftest of touches. That was a back pass, says Keane. That was a deflection, says the referee. Suddenly the atmosphere changes. And it's still 1-0 in Seville. A draw will be enough if there's a winner in Spain tonight. For 4 agonising minutes, it looked all up, but then Nigel Worthington's arrogant, over-vigorous shoulder charge and Eddie McGoldrick gave the Republic the free kick. Taggart's sloppy clearance gave McLaughlin the chance, and he seized it. Taggart, of course, who hasn't played a competitive game in 5 weeks since lining out against the Danes for Northern Ireland. He's serving a 9-match English League suspension after being sent off on 3 occasions this season. His was the clearance that went straight to McLaughlin that led to the goal. And Cascarino is still held in reserve. What was going to be a desperate throw of the dice still remains in the poker player's hand. Well, if we just drama missing in the first half, we've had drama plenty in the second, and 2 outstanding goals. The volley from Jimmy Quinn, the half volley from Alan McLaughlin, and now with 10 minutes to go, John Aldridge has run his race and gives way. Tony Cascarino, 2 big men up now, and half-hearted chance of Northern Ireland. Billy Bingham's last hurrah may not be to knock the Republic of Ireland out of the World Cup. 10 minutes to go, 1-1 at Windsor Park. Packy Bonner beaten by Jimmy Quinn, relieved again, and Northern Ireland's second change about to be made. Kingsley back of Nottingham Forest is stripped and ready. Here goes Cascarino. And Tommy Wright, also of Nottingham Forest, makes the save. Dowie. Foul this time by Kernahan. And now that second Northern Ireland substitution will be made. Off will come Kevin Wilson. And appreciation for his efforts. He set up Jimmy Quinn's volley. And on for his 29th cap goes Kingsley Black. 8 minutes to go. Kernahan. Now Niall Quinn from McLaughlin, who's grown 10 feet tall since that. Taggart holding him off. Quinn. And Quinn again. Dennis Irwin. And McGrath. Now it's Kernahan. Seeking Quinn. It's Michael Hughes and Nigel Worthington. 7 minutes remain at Windsor Park. Northern Ireland 1, Republic of Ireland 1, Spain 1, Denmark 0. Should those end up results, Spain and the Republic of Ireland will qualify from Group 3 for the World Cup finals next summer, and the European champions will be out. Cascarino up. And Townsend was so close to connecting. It's Worthington away. McGrath. McGoldrick. Looking for Cascarino. Tommy Wright punches. McGoldrick again. Cascarino and McLaughlin once more. Now Irwin. Andy Townsend. McLaughlin. And Phelan. McLaughlin wants it, and why wouldn't he? And pacey Phelan goes after it. Donaghy comes to cover, and Donaghy puts it out. It's a corner. And suddenly the Republic of Ireland are playing as if they believe in themselves, as if they believe they're going to the World Cup as of right, as indeed it looks as though they may well do. Phelan. Dennis Irwin. And again. Quinn. Up goes McGrath. And it's through to Tommy Wright. And the countdown's begun in earnest as Worthington takes it away. And McLaughlin, who seems to be everywhere now, gets in with the challenge, and he's won the throw. Keane. Townsend, rather. Now it's Keane. Seeking Townsend again, but cleared away by MacDonald. It's McLaughlin once more. On by Townsend. Quinn. Hughes. Down goes Dowie, and that's a free kick. Well, if it was tense earlier, it's nothing to what it is now. Less than 5 minutes to go. 1-1 the score. And 1-0 in Seville for Spain. Could this be it? Throw to Northern Ireland. Nigel Worthington takes it. Worthington again. Dowie. Oh, Kingsley Black. Didn't get hold of it. And the danger passes. And it reaches the keeper at the other end. Well, Billy Bingham going out with a bit of a bang, all right. Certainly gave the Republic of Ireland a fright. But now 3.5 minutes remain. 3.5 minutes to hold out Ian Dowie and company. Still it's Dowie. And Bonner makes the save at the expense of Northern Ireland's first corner of the second half. He held off Kernahan. But there was no holding off Bonner. Corner from Kingsley Black. Michael Hughes. Mal Donaghy. Jerry Taggart. Sweeping it wide for Black, but just too firmly struck, too long. Cascarino out of Fleming. And it's a throw into the Republic of Ireland. 2.5 minutes to go. Out off Townsend. Now they chant, here we go. There are enough that can feel they can make their presence felt, because it's 2 minutes to go at Windsor Park. The small knot of Irish fans, Republic of Ireland fans that is, who've made it to Windsor Park, having listened to an incessant barrage of Northern Ireland support until McLaughlin silenced them after 77 minutes. Now they're feeling they can chant, because it's almost there. Except that that goal kick has gone straight to Kingsley Black, but Cascarino showed determination to win it back. Now it's Kernahan. Quinn. Onto it comes McGoldrick. Irwin's out right. Back for McGoldrick again. Andy Townsend. Round Donaghy. Niall Quinn couldn't get on the end of it, and it's through to safety with Tommy Wright. But we're into the final minute at Windsor Park. The players still believing they have to win to be sure, but a draw is going to do. And isn't it ironic that Alan McLaughlin, who got the call to the World Cup in Italy in 1990 due to injury to Gary Waddock, who had played 15 times for Ireland but has started only 5 occasions, who had never even scored a goal, that his should be the most important goal of the 19 that are going to be the difference between the Republic of Ireland and Denmark for a place in the United States. Yes, just 4 seconds to go, and then we're into injury time at Windsor Park, and it's looking all up for the Danes. It looks like the point here is going to be sufficient. The players want to win it. We're in stoppage time now. One chapter of history was written with that goal by Alan McLaughlin that made it 1-1 after 77 minutes. Another chapter about to be written if qualification is assured. Spain against Denmark isn't over yet, but is nearly there. And the sweet scent of a Spanish victory will be sufficient to send the Republic of Ireland through ahead of Denmark on greater goals scored. The second chapter of history will be written in Seville by a man named Hierro, Julen Hierro, if, as seems now likely, Spain beat the Danes to claim their own place in the United States. Headed away by Jim Magilton. Still 1-0, but not over yet. And Jack Charlton on the fringe of emulating his illustrious fellow manager Billy Bingham, who took 2 teams to the World Cup finals in consecutive World Cups. Alan McLaughlin now looks to have put the Republic on the brink of a similar achievement for Jack Charlton. And Billy Bingham, an honourable exit, having secured the draw against the Republic of Ireland. Ian Dowie's introduction means a goal for the Northern Ireland, but the Republic of Ireland players believe they've qualified. And here's how it is in Spain. It's not over yet. Julen Hierro has got the only goal so far. They're in a minute and a half into stoppage time in Seville. And when that whistle sounds, the Republic of Ireland will be in the World Cup finals, assuming there isn't a Danish goal in the closing seconds. 1-0 to Spain. It's points equal at this stage. It's goal difference equal. But Denmark have scored fewer goals than the Republic of Ireland. 2 minutes of stoppage time in Seville. 1-0 to Spain.